In the heart of a small, snow-blanketed village nestled between tall mountains lived an old man named Elias. He was known as the Lantern Keeper because he spent his days tending to the lamps lining the cobblestone streets, ensuring they burned bright through the darkest nights. Elias lived alone in a little cottage at the edge of the village. His life was simple, but his heart was vast, filled with a quiet love for his neighbors. Every morning, he would walk through the village with a satchel of tools and oil, greeting everyone he passed. One frigid winter evening, as the wind howled and snow fell thick, Elias saw a figure huddled near the bridge. It was a boy, no older than 8, wrapped in a thin, tattered coat. The boy's cheeks were red, his breath visible in the icy air. "What are you doing out here, lad?" Elias asked gently, kneeling beside him. "I got lost," the boy whispered, shivering. "I was trying to find my way to Aunt Clara's house, but now I don't know where to go." Elias removed his thick scarf and draped it around the boy. "Come with me," he said, his voice warm despite the cold. He brought the boy to his cottage, lit a fire, and made a pot of steaming soup. As the boy ate, Elias listened to his story. His parents had sent him to stay with his aunt while they traveled for work, but the snowstorm had confused him, and he'd wandered off the path. Once the boy was warm, Elias wrapped him in blankets and said, "We'll find your Aunt Clara in the morning. Tonight you'll stay here where it's safe." The next day, the storm eased. Elias asked around the village and soon found Aunt Clara, who had been searching desperately for her nephew. When she saw the boy, her face lit up with relief, and she hugged him tightly. "Thank you, Elias," she said, tears streaming down her face. "I don't know what would have happened without you." Elias simply smiled. "We all lose our way sometimes. It's a blessing to help someone find it again." From that day on, the boy often visited Elias, bringing him drawings and helping him tend to the lanterns. The villagers, too, seemed to grow closer, inspired by the lantern keeper's quiet kindness. Years later, when Elias's time came to rest, the village honored him by keeping the lanterns burning bright, a symbol of his light and the warmth he had given to all. And on the coldest nights, they told the story of the old man whose kindness had turned a snowstorm into a beacon of hope.